Should be back live again now.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, hopefully.
Eventually. But yeah, apologies to everyone. Nothing I could do. I just completely disconnected from the servers altogether. Wasn't even anything to do with the internet as well. The internet stayed on. It was just PlayStation servers and that disconnected. As we on board with Powdy, and Powdy's in the water and out. Powdy clipping the inside curb and out, and I believe Yaham retired in the pit lane while I was trying to get myself back into the servers and everything, and it's gone from mad to chaotic here as we only got 8 runners remaining on lap 22.
Yeah, as Yogi also got past Powdy while you was unfortunately disconnected, so it looks like that move got done as Jägermole is up to P3 as well. Wesker up to P4, Stevie G up to P5, Mad Jonas has got himself back up to P6 and potentially could look at a P5 position. Then we've got the 2 Alfa Romeos in P7 and P8, which is Carlsbury in P7, and we've got Oscar in P8, then your DNFs in P9, Powdy in P10, Yarham, and then in P11 is NLR Dillon. Not a great day in the office for Alpine, but it looks to be a great day in for CR7 as he's only got 5 laps, I believe, remaining left for a race win. But it looks like Jägermole is right on the back of Yogi as they now go down into turn 1, and he gets the move done, and that's Jägermole up to P2 from P3.
Oh,
but
Yogi's gone straight back on the inside. Oh, the door shut incredibly hard there from Jägermole.
Yeah, and just to think, Jägermole, I believe, has Mazepin's car number. So that's quite interesting as he went for that spin earlier on. But he's made up for his mistakes and he sits in P2, 2.7 seconds roughly behind CR7. But he is on fresher soft compound tyres as CR7 is on 12 lap mediums.
Yep, absolutely. And what we got now is a situation where Jägermole needs to use those soft tyres to try and close in as much as possible. As I got to get everything back up, the telemetry, full map, and all that good stuff. But let's have a look and see who's gained the most positions. It is Jägermole who's up 7 spots. The man who's lost the most positions is Oscar, who's down 4. And I'm not going to lie, Yaham's going to be absolutely kicking himself that he retired in the pits because he was guaranteed points regardless.
Yeah, obviously he's had a bit of an eventful day. I think having the shunt from a safety car probably just unbalanced his focus. But as you said, he would have got points, but his other teammate is potentially on for a podium, which is Yogi.
Yep, Stevie G gets through on Wesker, and up in the 4th place goes Stevie G as we go on board with Mad Jonas going very wide in turn 1. It's good to see that we got people flooding back into the stream. I do apologise for the stream going down. It just disconnected me from the servers, unfortunately, and yeah, do a quick restart of the F1 game and all that. I believe it was PlayStation servers I disconnected from, not F1 itself. So yep, it's good to see some things never change.
Yeah, unfortunately that is the case. It may have been safety car reaching out and thinking...
It was that safety car driver. That safety car driver bumped me off the PlayStation servers. I'm telling you now. He went after Yaham and then he went after me because I said it to report him to the stewards. That's what it is. Safety car revenge.
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see Mad Jonas a few laps before the safety car was having an absolute nightmare through Sector 1, Turn 2 and 3, I believe, through the S's. And he's on now for potentially P6, maybe P5 if he can close that gap, because Stevie G is holding Wesker in P5 at the moment. So all he's got to do is just close that gap, and Colesbury is probably can just see Matt Jonas in the distance, but it is in the distance. He is
2.4. He's looking down the
2.4.
inside. Oh, the overspeed, little bit of contact made between the two of them. But Wesker able to get through and back up into P4 as we got Oscar into the pits, clearly going for the fastest lap, and I don't blame him.
No, I don't think anyone would blame him after the race he's unfortunately had. But this battle between Wesker and Stevie G just gives that moment for Mad Jonas to just lick his lips and think, hey, keep battling. I can make up 2 positions here.
Yeah, absolutely. And interesting thing, I haven't brought it up, but the penalty situation could be interesting because these guys could be on 2 warnings apiece. So they pick up 1 more warning. It could be the 3-second time penalty that Mad Jonas is looking for.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting that Colesbury is the only driver with penalties. No other driver has a penalty. Obviously, we don't know with warnings what the situation is there, as you can run wide, I believe, in a few parts of the track as they come through Spoon and into 130R. Look at the toe that Mad Jonas gets as they go through 130R. He's not going to go for it. He is going to go for it. Mad Jonas goes down the inside and he gets that move done.
Outside.
And, oh, apologies there. As it looks like Stevie G is going to get DRS and he's going to go for the move again. Nope, he's too far back as they now go through into turn 1. And that is Mad Jonas on a recovery drive up to P5.
Yeah, so Stevie's issue there is he's got no ERS. And Mad Jonas used his ERS to get the move done. He saw the red flashing light on Stevie G, knew that it would only be a matter of time before he lost touch with Wesker, got the move done, and now Mad Jonas is going to be putting that Aston Martin under pressure here, as we'll be going on to the final lap. We're already on the penultimate lap, believe it or not, as CR7 comfortable lead right now, 3.7 seconds. Jagermo in second place, got a nice gap behind of 1.6 seconds, but he can't be too complacent with that gap. And then 2 seconds off the back of Yogi, we got this battle for P4. Who's going to get P4? Will it be Wesker? Will it be Stevie? Will it be Mad Jonas? Let me know in the chat right now, guys. Who have you got your money on? As Mad Jonas closing up towards 130. Wesker there tries to shut it off, but Mad Jonas down the inside. He's going to look for the better run out the Casio triangle, and he is going to use his ERS. He's going to use DRS, and he should be getting past Wesker here into turn 1. That's a yellow flag, and that is that Colesbury? Oh, the side by side, and Wesker's gone. Wesker and Mad Jonas making contact side by side, and Wesker has gone around. As Stevie G there, terrified of the curve, actually turned away from it. I just caught that.
Yeah, so unlucky for Wesker. Had a great qualifying session and then split second decision and goes for a spin in turn 1 as Oscar sets the fastest lap, which was gonna happen, as that is now a 130.0, I believe, or 139. I didn't quite catch what it said, but so we are on the last lap. It doesn't seem long ago that we were on the first lap, as CR7 is going to come through Spoon into into CR7 then into the 130R, and he has been fantastic all race, and he is going to top off that fantastic race with a race win in Japan. It is Ivor Brynmark's favourite track, but it's CR7 who takes the provisional race win in TTML F3 for the round 7 in Japan, and Jagermo will take P2 with a fantastic race from him in the Haas after his earlier spin. And then we've got Yogi in P3 for AlphaTauri, and then outside the top 3 we have Mad Jonas in P4 for McLaren. Then we've got Stevie G in P5 for Mercedes, Then we've got Wesker after his late drama spin in P6. Then we've got Carlsbury with no wing. Carlsbury is going to finish the race with no front wing.
He's going to get jumped by his teammate though, because he's got that 3-second time penalty, and Wesker apparently has dropped down to last.
Yeah, I think that may be a timing glitch. But we'll leave that one for the stewards, as the in-game driver of the day is Jägermol. But I'm going to come to you, Ivor, for your driver of the day.
It's hard to not say CR7. The man put absolutely no foot wrong this entire race. Absolutely controlled it from the start, and I believe, pole position, race win, and the championship lead extended. We're going to say that Wesker remained in 6th, because I believe that's where he actually crossed the line, which, I see 16 points on top of the lead that CR7 already had. That means he extends the gap to 68 points with I believe 93 available. So it could be wrapped up next week.
Yeah, and I think for myself, the driver of the day, I'm going to give it to Mad Jonas. He didn't have the best of starts of race before the safety car, but he did pull it back in after the safety car and picked himself up a 4th place finish for the McLaren drivers team. So he's going to be my driver of the day, and obviously yours is CR7. But I will hand you over to yourself, as we now have the race results in front of us and the race is completed.
Yeah, but don't worry, I already have the stream up and I paused, ready and waiting. So we had CR7 taking victory here tonight ahead of Jägermol. Big performance for him, getting 2nd place, with Yogi rounding out the podium positions. And we had Mad Jonas, a little bit of a controversial ending with Wesker. Is going to be an intriguing one to see what happens. Maybe he'll be in the stewards reports, I'm not sure, but Mad Jonas comes home in 4th place. Stevie G in 5th place. Then we had a bit of a timing glitch. Wesker crossed the line in 6th place. No penalties to his name visible for me, and I don't think there was any penalties on your end as well. But
no,
we're going to say Wesker in 6th place, because that's where he crossed the line. So Wesker 6th, then we had Oscar in 7th, Carlsbury in 8th, Oscar picking up the fastest lap as well, so that's an extra point for him. Then our DNFers for tonight was Poldy, Yaham and Dylan, and unfortunately we saw Dylan and Poldy both lose it in the S's, and Yaham retiring in the pit lane, which honestly, at a race like this, it makes no sense to retire in the pits at all. You're going to be, as long as you keep it clean, even if you're a lap down, you're guaranteed some good points. So that's an opportunity missed there for Yaham.
Yeah, I don't understand the strategy with Yaham. Obviously, the safety car thing may have thrown him off. But looking on to next week, this is another Marmite track. You love it or you hate it because of the corner cutting penalties that are issued. But we are going to stay this side of the world. We are going to be off to Texas for the United States Grand Prix for the Circuit of America. But it's been a privilege to be alongside you for this Japanese Grand Prix in F3 this evening, Ivor. But we will be back next week, not next week, tomorrow for F4 and F5 for their respective tiers for the Japanese Grand Prix. But until next week, when we head up to the Circuit of Americas for the USA Grand Prix in round 9, I believe. Then
8.
No, 8. Apologies there. It's good night from myself, and I will hand you over to Ivor as well.
Yeah, so next week, guys, we will be in the Circuit of the Americas for the United States Grand Prix. Will it be the championship deciding round? Will CR7 clinch the title next week in Kota. Time will tell, but we'll catch you next week. Remember, there was F2 and F1 going on tonight. Make sure you guys check out the other 2 races that were on, and of course tomorrow F4 and F5 around Japan. Make sure you guys tune in 8 p.m. UK time. I have been Michael Edwards, he's been Storm Kings, and until next time guys, we'll see you again.